Hello guys, welcome to APCA Malaysia. Today we are doing the shooting about st.honore and Eclair. Here I introduce myself. I'm Chef Tan from APCA Malaysia, and today I have my partner in crime, the invited chef, Chef Otto.
Hello everyone, my name is Otto. And thanks for Chef Nicholas, director of APCA, and thanks for Chef Tan for invitation. And today we will do kind of like cooperation together. Then one recipe, but you can have two kind of product.
Okay. So first of all, Chef Otto. Okay, I roughly explain what we're gonna do today because it's a 4 hands demo. So from one recipe, we create two products. So first, Chef Otto will show you how to do a strazzle. Then I will show you how to make a choux pastry and Sabre Breton. After that, Chef Otto again will show you how to make a crème and chantilly. So we'll start with Chef Otto. He can introduce you the ingredients.
Okay, thank you for Chef Tan. Then I will start first. First, Choux is something like Crumble, but it's slightly more sandy texture. Then I have a butter, flour and cocoa powder, brown sugar. I choose brown sugar, so the taste of it, you have a molasses of it. And then brown almond. A part of the flour, I changed to brown almond, so you have a nutty taste for the Choux. Sea salt flake, I like to use sea salt flake rather than normal salt. Then it's very simple, room temperature, soft texture.
Chef, do you need assistance?
So fun. Maybe now I have to what?
Social distance.
Yeah. You don't too near me. Okay.
Please, Chef.
And then make it soft. After that, you put in sugar, sea salt. Just stir well. And then after that, when I mix well,
Chef, normally you like to use hand instead of the machine?
I depend. If I have a big production, yeah,
Okay.
yes. But now we are demo, so I use hand. I believe many people will do pastry at home now. So
Using the stuff that you have.
thank you for helping me when I don't know how to speak.
It's okay. I'm also a translator today.
Then dry ingredient, you can all in. At this time, be careful because your aircon, your fan may be blow all, and this one you scrape nicely, gently. And the Choux, after you done, you can keep in the dough, in the chiller for 1 month, no problem, in the freezer also. And then when you need it, you bake it. Or you can also bake it and then keep in the airtight container. And then after that, you also can keep for 1 month.
So for this recipe, one part Chef Otto gonna use the strazzle for his eclair, and me I'm gonna take part of it to use as a crumpling. So you will see the recipe inside the Facebook or Instagram in APCA website. You will see we put the recipe of st.honore and eclair. Chef Otto now will gonna present how to do an eclair, and I'm gonna show how to use it to make a st.honore. So after he done, I will use half of the product to make the eclair.
I'm not gonna give you half. You're gonna make it.
That's very stingy, I feel.
You're gonna make it. So I will only mix half of it. It's my part. The other half I will let him.
You see how he did. He really do half.
Okay. Now because I need crumbly texture, you need the dough texture, right?
So he made half. So I need to continue the remaining.
Okay. Half is mine, as per you said. Half for you.
As normal, I love you. So this part, the remaining of the crumble, I'm gonna use as a crust for the choux. So I will press it to make the dough. Then I will use a parchment paper and roll it to 2 mm.
For my side, it's something like a crumble. So Choux. You do need like a both side, something like this, and we will bake.
So now I'm gonna pour out everything and mix by hand.
You mix by hand?
Yes.
I mix my passion and my love.
Always, I know.
Okay. For mine, I will bake like 165 and then I will bake slightly longer. Maybe you can check for your oven. Small oven usually you bake shorter time because the fire is very near. So I will say 15 to 20 minutes, and you check like a crumble texture, then you can take out. I will say I bake lower temperature for longer time so that it can keep much more longer. So it won't get so easy, get soggy so easy.
So the other side, you can see I get the rolling pin. I roll it to 2 millimeters. And I'm going to freeze this dough. And later stage after I prepare the choux pastry, I'm going to cut and put this on top of the choux pastry.
I will clean my table first.
Can you clean for me, please? Thank you.
No, we have distance.
Social distance.
I wish I can help you to clean, but then
I thought we are family.
yeah, one big family.
Can you help me? Thank you. So now I'm the second one. I'm gonna show you how to make a choux pastry. Okay, so I'll get the ingredients. So for choux pastry, again, the same thing. I'm gonna prepare this choux pastry. I'm gonna use for a cream puff, and Chef Otto gonna use it for eclair. Okay.
Yes.
So I will make half also. I will make half also. You continue yourself after.
You're not gonna help me to piping eclair?
Oh, okay. That's the other half.
Okay. So I have to pipe myself. Okay.
You're welcome, Chef Otto.
Okay.
So first, I introduce the ingredients. Over here, I have cake flour and cocoa powder. Make sure you sieve together so they are more airy, they're easier to mix. Over here I have sugar and salt, water, eggs, soft butter, and milk. So first thing,
I'm gonna give him some question for you to answer.
but if you answer for me, you give a question, then you answer for
Chef,
me.
can I ask you, when you say cake flour, when I go to market and buy, how I know it's cake flour, bread flour, or something cookie flour?
Oh well, usually for cake flour, we consider the protein inside, or we can call gluten, is around 8%. So all-purpose flour, if it's all-purpose flour, normally it's around 10%. If it's bread flour, the percentage is a bit higher, it's between 10 to 13%. But 13% very seldom you can get it in Malaysia or even anywhere in the world. So if the people who selling it, they don't know, you can check with them as long as you can have cake flour or bread flour or all-purpose flour. So now, just to make it very clear, you are using cake flour over here. When you bake, the amount of the flour raising inside the oven will be slightly different. It gives you slightly different result. Thank you, Chef Otto.
Wow, you are so smart.
Right.
You surprised me. I also wondered if you don't answer.
Be serious.
Okay. Be serious.
The what? Partner in crime.
Yeah. Can request is watching us.
So over here I put the soft butter inside. The other part I leave the eggs and flour separate. Now I'm going to cook. So social distance.
Don't too near me, okay?
Okay, yes, chef.
So we change, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm the translator. Can you cook faster now? We have to walk now.
Okay, yes, chef. Wait for the next. Okay. So leave it to cook, to boil. If you have a cake flour, when it's boiling, I'm going to add in the cake flour and the cocoa powder and mix. It's important on this step because the reason we cook for the cream puff or choux is to make sure we cook the gluten, develop the gluten. By cooking, the flour will absorb more liquid. Because if you don't cook over here, right, if it's not hot, when you mix the flour, everything inside, you will see you get a batter which is quite liquid. But if you cook it with a heat, I will say coagulate the flour inside the mixture. They tend to absorb more liquid. So when you put inside the oven, right, they can raise up because the humidity push up the puff.
Oui, chef.
Oh, thank you. So on a while, I stir.
Then what should I do?
You can do some entertaining maybe. So you see the difference when Chef Otto together with me. I'm a little bit more talkative. If I'm alone, then I don't talk too much.
No, don't blame me. He always talkative. Otto, this thing, can you keep? Otto, the recipe is done. Otto, can you clean the kitchen after? No. Now I gotta tell everyone what you did to me.
Don't bully me over here, Ken. But it's nice because it's been a long time I didn't see Chef Otto, even though he stayed in Malaysia for the quarantine time.
Yeah.
But social distance is hard to see him, and now we're a little bit talkative because long time never speak to each other.
Long time I haven't dig his recipe come out, or some secret recipe.
There's no secret for you. Right? So you can see the mixture start to warm up. For me, I like to cook the choux pastry once it's boiled, because the recipe I show to you is once it's boiled, it's hot enough to cook all the flour. So I don't cook too much. But if today you have a different flour, if you are in the other country, maybe you need to try out your flour because they might be slightly different. Because not everywhere the cake flour you have the same percentage of protein.
It's boiling.
Yes. So you see.
Talk too much.
So you see now it's boiling. I off the heat. Directly pour in all the flour. Then mix. Thank you. So I will do which. So you see, it becomes like a dough mixture. If it's not becomes like a dough mixture, you can cook a little bit more. But if you see the texture, it changes to like a dough, we can stop on this point, no problem. Thank you.
Oh, you use machine?
I use machine.
Okay.
So maybe after we need to change again.
See, I use hand.
I will show. I will see later when you make a creamer without induction cooker. So guys,
fire.
So guys, now you see the mixture. You don't see much lumps, and it's important you see the texture. Okay, and it's very hot. So now I'm going to put inside the mixer. But well, you can use your hand. Like what Chef Otto said, I'm a little bit lazy, and I don't want to drag too much of the time. That's why. So maybe we'll change back the.
Okay. Do you want to drag too much of time? Where you want to go later? That thing?
No.
No.
I don't know how to answer you. My God.
I have some people ask for you.
Here are your ingredients. You can introduce.
No, this is yours.
Oh, mine. Oh, sorry. After that, you need to introduce after a while.
Okay.
So guys,
you stand by.
Okay. So guys, after you pour inside, don't directly pour in the eggs because you can see there's a lot of steam coming out because it's very hot. If you pour in the egg right now, you're going to cook the eggs. So this is something we don't want. Otherwise, if the egg is cooked inside, you will get a lot of lumps. So let the steam goes off. So the temperature cool down to lower than 50 degrees. We'll start to add in the room temperature egg. It's better to prepare the egg separately at room temperature. So I'll wait for a while. Otto, maybe you can introduce the next recipe.
Okay. This one is.
That is mine also.
Yeah, that's why. But I will help you introduce. Okay. Now, recipe. He tried to hint me to work for him. Now you can see. Now you can see, huh? Okay. We have a proof now. Everyone record. Okay. This is subway bottle recipe. We have flour, sugar, and then butter, salt butter, unsalted butter. If you like a little bit of savory, you can choose also salted butter, and then egg yolk. Okay. Then later Chef Tan will introduce you how to make.
And guys, I apologize first because in the recipe we post out, I make a mistake. Inside the flour actually have a baking powder also. So in the recipe that in the Facebook there's two flour, 225 degrees, sorry, 225 grams of the flour. One part of it you change it to 15 grams of baking powder. So that's the recipe for sabay botol.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why you put baking powder?
For this recipe, can we answer this? Okay. The baking powder is for raise up the product. So we can have baking powder, also we can have baking soda. But for this recipe, it's better to use baking powder because first, I don't want the color change too much, and second, if you use baking soda, you're gonna raise up a bit too much. So the texture is a bit too much, too airy. So I wanted it to raise up just a little bit. So by creaming and a little bit of baking powder's help, you can get the texture that I want. Later I will show the texture.
See, very detailed.
Oh, thank you. Soon, I tell you. So this part, guys, we can have a look. there's no steam coming up, I will start adding the eggs. Don't add everything one time.
Why?
If you add everything one time, it's a little bit difficult to mix. Bit by bit, because the texture you see is very different. From liquid to solid, you add a little bit, they will the texture gonna go a little bit more similar. So they mix up easier. So I add one part, then wait for a while.
Wait for how long?
Maybe 20 seconds. Okay. Make sure if you see the mixture right, it combine. Then we add the second part. I shouldn't choose this. I shouldn't choose this.
I know, too late. So why you use pedal instead of other?
Why you so much question?
I have others to ask, they are shy. I know you all shy, I don't know how. Too shy to asking, right? So I help them to ask why you choose this pedal.
So guys, you see now the mixture is like a dough mixture. So as a dough mixture, it's not so suitable if you are using a whisk. And for choux pastry, after you mix well, the mixture gonna become a little bit like better. So it's not so suitable if a better mixture you are using a hook. So the best to use for this is a pedal.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, me. I help you all ask. Okay.
Today the demo gonna last a little bit longer because Chef Otto is around.
Okay, focus here. Some egg coming out dirty. I help him to clean. I help you, This one.
You're welcome, Chef Otto. So now, maybe Chef Otto, you can prepare your cream first.
No, I
need a mixture to.
I like to this one to wait for you.
Okay. This one almost finished.
But Chef, can I ask also?
Yes.
How you know when it mix done?
Okay. So I'm gonna show you the texture now.
Okay.
So first thing, you can see the texture. When you take out the batter, it drop. But now you see it's a little bit like cracking. If you want it to drop very sharp, okay, that's the texture I'm looking for. Because actually, right, for cream puff or eclair, we want the mixture texture is like a cream pâtissier, like pastry cream, very smooth. So now the current mixture right, is slightly thick for me. So I'm gonna mix a little bit more. If when you cook, you evaporate too much of liquid, I'm gonna replace that with a little bit of water. So I'm gonna get a little bit of water and mix a little bit more.
Chef, you're adding a little bit of water.
Yes.
Why not milk or egg?
Normally, okay, you see like this. Normally, when we do cooking, let's say I cook milk or whatever, the evaporation is water. So we don't evaporate the milk solely or whatever. So to replace that, I prefer to use water. Milk is one alternative way with different. You see the recipe of the choux we give you, right? We are using milk and water. If you replace all with milk, the color will be a little bit more brown after you bake. If you are using all with water, they're going to grow a little bit bigger. So it depends which one you are using. So I add a little bit of water. But make sure you don't add too much. Too much water, if the mixture becomes too watery, later you cannot pipe. So I'm going to pipe. Okay, so guys, you can have a look on the texture. You see now, when you drip, it's thinner and it's very sharp. So this is texture we are looking for. As you can see, it's shining. And one of the most important part, when you touch the bowl, it's still warm. It's not that cold.
I help you all check.
Warm enough?
Okay, it's warm. Okay.
Don't be too close.
It didn't lie. Okay.
Don't be too close. I'm scared. So now I'm gonna divide to Chef Otto and myself.
Divide Chef Otto and myself. Okay.
Divide the mixture for Chef Otto and myself.
We need a knife now.
Chef Otto, a bit cold.
Okay.
Not that funny. This part.
This see, you only prepare yours. Mine you do prepare.
You already prepare what you need me. Hey, you are world champion, don't need to prepare for you.
Not me, we.
Okay. So now I put inside the piping bag. Try to avoid putting too much of the bubble.
Why, chef?
Otherwise, when you pipe right, you have a lot of air gap. It's tired, demo review a lot of questions.
I help you all ask some questions, you know.
Okay, that's enough for my part. I leave it to you. You're welcome, Choux.
Next time I have a tip for you all.
What tip?
If you all share things, you take the first part one because
You need to clean.
if you take the second like knife, you need to clean the bowl later. Smart one. No, I know your trick.
So I'm gonna, for st.honore, I need to buy something small. So I'm gonna show you.
Okay. Just a small tips. If you all scraping, they always angle and round one. If your bowl is round, then you use the round to the bottom, you scrape. Much more easier for you to scrape. If it's a container of square one, then you use the corner one, the sharp one.
So for the small shoe, I cut around 5 cent or 10 cent size, okay? So for one st.honore, because today I'm doing a big one, so I will need around 20 pieces of the shoe.
So you are so stingy, so small.
Because you do the big one, you show them.
No, will they raise?
Yeah, of course they will raise.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. It's been some time, I'm not talking to you, it's difficult for me to get chair.
Few months already.
Yeah.
But I still cannot feel you missing me.
How you want me to show you I'm missing you?
Maybe you know, give some present, shopping voucher after.
But that's not related to demo, so you can keep quiet about that.
I move this one so you can have a look for writing. Later I will bring them in. So Choux, Profiterole, round shape. Same metal but different shape. Then you can call Eclair. Just bite gently. And when you at the tips down, you stop piping, and then you come back. Then here.
Give me the copy. Voice break. What suddenly speak Chinese? Huh?
Did I?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
I keep here. Okay. So guys, the other side for the shoe, just now I prepared the crust. Now I'm gonna put on top.
For the shoe, which shoe? the shoe you are wearing.
You're very irritating. So when you unmold the first part and the other side. Okay. So this is the just now the straddle Otto is using, and I keep inside the freezer. Now it's freeze enough so I can cut and put on top.
Okay, just a small tips. If your piping hand scale is not good and you fail, you can scrape with a scraper. Sorry. You can scrape up with a scraper and then put back to your piping bag, and then you can pipe again. It's not like macaron, after you pipe cannot scrape back. This one can be scraped back. Right? You can scrape it out and you feel the shape is not nice, pipe didn't good, and then you can repipe again. So, you back?
Sorry?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I need to put this
Okay.
first. Can you chill a little bit?
For my side, I don't have the crunchy on the surface because I will cut and then I'll put inside our pipe filling. Then, to prevent them to have a lot of cracking, edible food oil from the surface. But if you don't have, you can use melted butter, no problem. Just on the surface. I put a layer of the fat so that when they're baking raised, the skin won't be so dry easily. So when they have the raise up, they can expand the the skin on the surface, so it won't be so easy cracking. If the skin is dry and get the heat very fast, what they do is they will coagulate very fast the protein, which means they cook the dough on the surface, but inside still has steam. So when the steam want to come out, but here is already coagulated, then what they do, they will keep on, steam is already go up, then they will crack them and then come out the steam. That's why the surface will have an irregular shape of crack. To prevent of this cracking, then I will spray some oil. But Sam, you can rub some melted butter. Why you love it?
So detailed, Chef Otto. Handsome.
You are a cat. You look like a cat. Copycat.
Copycat, right? So guys, now as you can see here, I'm going to cut for everything. But because the room is a little bit warm, now the dough start to soft down. So I'll keep back. And this I already pre-prepared. So when we bake right, I don't need to waste too much time on this. So I'll keep this first. I will show you how to make a sabre bottom. And baking temperature for the small choux, usually we use 180 degrees in combi oven. So bake 5 minutes in the beginning, then you reduce the temperature to 160 degrees for another 10 minutes. For this size, around 15 minutes will be enough. Don't bake too long. When you bake too long, the inside, the gluten will evaporate. Usually when you bake a choux, they expand. When you bake enough, they stick to the side. Okay? When it's cool down, they stick to the side. But when you bake too much, they hold the shape. They are not sticking to the side. So you get the choux which is solid. Okay?
My one is same, but at that size, you need to bake around 28 to 30 minutes. But always depend on your oven, I would say. Okay. Oh, why you don't put mine? Yes. You don't put my choux together. He only put his tray. I need to let you know.
I thought you want to put it.
Nah.
Okay.
So,
now I'm gonna explain the
sabre bottom.
Someone is there. So I'm gonna explain how to make a sabre bottom. You see, I have so many words. Very smart for him to
No,
choose the things.
my one is behind. Later on.
So for sabre bottom, like just now Chef Otto explained the ingredients. So now first thing, I get a bowl. It's basically very easy. It's a creamy method. So
Chef, what ingredient for sabre bottom? You haven't introduced.
wait, I haven't introduced. Just now Chef Otto introduced, but I repeat one more time.
Yes.
Where's my flour? So I have flour, cake flour and baking powder over here. Remember the recipe, you change 1 pound of the flour to baking powder, 15 gram, just to change. It's not 25 gram of 2 pound of flour, it's only 1 pound of 225 gram. Then the other one is baking powder, butter, sugar, egg yolk. So sugar is a creamy method, so it's very easy. And butter, soft butter.
How soft?
Soft like you.
Like my heart.
So
Soft
soft.
like my heart. Soft like my heart. I have a soft heart.
So first we cream. For sabre bottom, we cream until it turns a little bit white. You don't need to be creamed too much because you have baking powder over here. Baking powder can help sabre bottom to raise up when you do the baking.
Sablé actually means sandy in French. And we let people know. Then proton is a place of in front.
Show off.
No, not show off. Sometimes people will say why they call this name, why, yeah.
So detailed. So after you see it start to turn slightly white, okay? We can add in the egg yolk slowly. Again, same thing. It's a fat and over here is butter, it's fat, but there's a little bit of liquid. If you put all, it's a little bit difficult to mix. So I mix a little bit first.
So Chef, can I ask the egg, you prefer room temperature or chill egg? Because many people keep the egg in the chiller.
For making sponges or cookies, I would suggest if you have eggs, especially 4 eggs, like you have egg white inside, it's better to keep in the room temperature because in room temperature they're easier to mix up. We call it emulsified. But if it's cold, right, fat and the liquid are difficult to mix because texture are different.
Chef mentioned emulsified, which means you mix well water base and fat base join together, kind of like mayonnaise.
Chef, how to make mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise is different. Yeah, it's not pastry yet. Maybe next time. Yeah.
Okay. So now we make sure mix well the butter, eggs and sugar. Then by slow speed, we can add the sieved flour and baking powder inside. Just to mix well, then we can stop. For this, right, you can slowly put everything inside, no problem. They're gonna mix up. You don't need to divide a few times, no worries.
I'm worried.
Why?
Because maybe you need me to wash this.
Social distance. That's all you need to worry. So, you see the mixture start to mix up. I'm going to stop. As you can see, you have a little bit of flour everywhere, don't worry. You scrape off this.
You know why he said everywhere is flour, no worry?
This way, sir.
Because he gonna ask me to clean.
I will ask you to clean.
He gonna ask me to clean. I know.
If I ask, it's
I can read your mind.
So now, you clean everything.
You heard? So he said. So now you clean everything.
We clean everything, okay? So and this, I'm going to mix a little bit to make sure there's no extra flour everywhere. It mix into the mixture, and it's going to be same. I'm going to put in between two parchment paper, and I'm going to roll this to around 7 mm. It's important. And after we bake, they're going to raise up almost double size because there's baking powder and a lot of air inside. So I will spread and keep inside the freezer. Later I'm going to cut. Your turn.
Okay. Thank you, chef.
Finally.
He asked me to turn. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. So I have a cremox. When we say cremox, mean creamy. So I have a recipe of a milk, cream, dark chocolate, egg yolk, sugar. So cream and milk, some part of it will become a cream, so my texture will be slightly more creamy. Then chocolate, I choose 70% because I want very intense texture. So my eclair inside will be a cremox, so more intense. On top is slightly lighter, which is whipped ganache. Later on we will make. Okay, inside.
Chef, there's a question. This is tart uses frozen butter. Sablé uses soft butter. Why is it different?
For you.
For this is sablé breton. It's not the pure sablé. So if for tart, the reason we use a cold butter, or today if you are doing a sablé which you want to cut or whatever, we're trying to use a cold butter because we don't want the butter to melt and the mixture, the liquid inside the butter to spread out, and they will create more gluten inside your dough. So especially for tart, because we want to work on it, right? If you use a soft butter, they're going to be very sticky. It will be much difficult to line the tart inside the tart ring. So usually for tart, we like to use the cold butter. So it's not that sticky.
Okay. And my side here, cream, milk is inside. So I'm gonna make boil. Here, egg yolk and sugar. Stir well. Chocolate, we stand by aside.
Explain a little bit.
No. Now it's my turn.
Okay, I wait for you. I wait for you to carry on. Okay, so now the sablé breton, I roll it to around 7 mm. Then I prepare because I'm going to make a 10 packs size for 10 portion. So after you roll, you can take it off and you cut to the size you need. This I'm going to put inside the freezer. Okay, after freeze already, I can remove a side, and I will place on a steel pan. Because with a steel pan, right, you have hole over here. It's easier for the air circulation. You don't need to worry that the base is not flat. They will get very nicely and very clean and very neat baking. So now I'm going to keep inside the freezer. But because due to the time, I pre-prepared another sablé breton exactly same way. Okay, just I bake it before. So the time I give you back.
I'm gonna charge you now.
Thank you.
So you can record how much time you use my time. Okay, cream and milk is boiling, bubbling. Then you pour by stirring well. And then you pour half of it, and then you stop. Okay. Then this one from here, you pour back. While keep stirring up, because they are very hot.
Hot like you?
Hot like me.
Always.
Hot and sexy. I wish I can show you how sexy am I.
I suddenly feel I feel so easy to
You
breathe.
don't cough, huh? Now it's very sensitive.
That's why I
Huh?
give you after you speak like that.
Okay, chocolate I put inside, so you don't need to wash. Then this side we call cream anglaise. Cream anglaise, if you translate, it means English cream. So what is different cream anglaise with cream pâtissier? They look almost same in the ingredient, but then this one we cook to 83. One we cook to 83, like Chef Tan mentioned, we coagulate the protein inside, so you get the texture of the thickness of like a cream anglaise. And one is you kill the bacteria. So it's same theory. You have a scrambled egg, and then you open the scrambled egg, and then what you call you fry the egg. You find out the egg white you cook first, and then the egg yolk. So when they are like liquid, when you just roll egg, and then after you keep on cook, they more and more firm, more and more firm. It's the same theory. Okay. Now I cook until to a texture, the thick texture I need. And if you have thermometer, it's good also. But if you don't have thermometer, I will show an example. Let's say okay.
Chef, I do for you.
Assistant. Next time, please prepare well.
Chef,
Did you all see he pushed me? Please record that. It's a proof. Now gently stir, especially the bottom because you don't want the egg to be burnt. So all the side of it, stir well. And now very important, which is temperature. We cook to 83. Oh, now it's done. 83. Stop. And then one more is also. I move this one first. Yes. I don't want to spoil your yeah. Very well. And then, if you don't have thermometer, let's say, I will suggest you a layer of egg, and then you draw a line. And you see the top one, they are not leaking down. The line remain. I don't know if you can see. One more time. Okay. I draw a line. Okay. It's firm and thick, not leaking down. Then I stop. And then same here is a fat, here you have liquid, so I pour apart. We try to emulsify well. At the first it's lumpy, it's normal because the liquid is not enough going in yet. The other part. Stir well. Last part. And most important, just now when we're cooking the cream anglaise, do never open the top heat because you're gonna burn your egg in the bottom. Okay. When you scrape everything, it should be a clean, don't have a burnt taste. This one, the brown color is the chocolate from the scraper. It's not burnt. Okay.
come chef, I have this.
You're so nice. Stir well, part by part. You can use by hand, but you need to keep on this then stirring until very smooth and very firm. But nowadays, high technology.
Hand blender. Chef, but is it true we must use a hand blender for this?
Yeah, I will suggest for the best result because from hand blender it achieves some speed that my hand cannot achieve.
Okay.
And then for it well emulsify, we need temperature, we need speed. Friction. So this one friction is very good friction. They can help me. And one more is when you're stirring, the air might be incorporated inside, so might have bacteria for shell life. So by this, if you choose be careful. Always don't touch here when you have electric because it's very dangerous. And when you buy, myself, I suggest, I do know Chef Tan how, okay. I suggest the gate of this, there's something like this, open, or you have a cover, but they have a hole. So when you go inside, the air, you can, how to say?
You don't incorporate too much air, they don't blend too much air.
Release the air trap, air bubble inside. Then, if you heard this sound, like you stop, example. Yeah,
Stop.
this, which means this one, a lot of air bubble. You need to ensure all the air come out. You can slanting a little bit and then go. But slanting, I have a tips for you. Slanting outside there, or slanting this side. Do slanting yourself, and then if too slant, then the mixture will split on you.
So basically,
so you
go. I'm trying to help you to understand. So basically, Chef Otto now he is going to blend it very nicely. So in case you have any lump or chocolate which is not melted, first thing you can blend very nicely. And also with a hand blender, right, you don't incorporate too much air. By this way, you get a creamer which is super smooth. We don't want to have much air inside the creamer.
Super,
I'm sure.
Super smooth.
I'm sure when you do something like this, it will be super smooth.
Yeah.
But make sure you don't face to my side, okay? I'm a little bit worried.
Why are you running? Why are you running? You worry, I expect.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because you want to
Chef Tan, can you help me?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
More than happy.
Chef Tan, can you help me? Okay. Crumble is done. Now you see the texture is like a very thick. It's normal, but after that we will keep into the chiller, and then you will use after. I would suggest 8 hours, after 8 hours. So you can keep it, and in the chiller you can keep for 4 to 5 days in the chiller. In the freezer you can keep for a month. So if let's say you keep in freezer, which means negative 14 to negative 20, you can keep for a month. When you need it, you defrost in the chiller. And then you defrost in the chiller, you can keep in the chiller 0 to 4 Celsius for around 4 to 5 days. Okay, so I keep in chiller. Next recipe. Why me again?
Of course. You are too relaxed just now. For you.
Okay. No sabotage, huh?
Of course, chef.
Cream, huh?
I'm not so sure. You are chef. You don't talk like this.
I don't know, maybe he changed the milk for me, you know.
You are too oily, are you?
We have no, I have to. We have a glucose. We have a tremolin. Okay, if people don't know what is tremolin, which means inverted sugar. So what is inverted sugar, which means the sugar level slightly higher than normal sugar. Okay, I would say sucrose, which is the normal white sugar. You are SP, which is sweetener power around 100. This one is around 130, so slightly sweeter. I will explain why it's inside. If you don't have actually inverted sugar, is natural one is honey, because honey have a taste of molasses, so I don't want to have that kind of taste, so I use tremolin. And doesn't mean this is how to say artificial. It's not artificial. It's you have an acid inside, break down the molecule of the sugar there. So it's not something that artificial. No worry. Okay. Then milk chocolate cream. So I will cook 1 part. 1 part of the cream. The other part I don't cook them because later on I will add in, because after that I will chill in the chiller, something like Crumble just now. When I need it, I'm gonna whip them up. Okay. Glucose I put inside. If you don't have glucose and tremolin, no problem. If you make for your house and you're gonna finish in a week for your pastry, no problem. But let's say you have a big production, you want to keep this thing into the freezer or in the chiller for a long time, and then this to help you to provide some moisture. So from there, your ganache for your piping, when you keep in the showcase of the cake, it will not look very dry and then cracking. Which means in the summary is give you some moisture. Tremolin, which is the inverted sugar just now we mentioned.
So while we are waiting for that to warm up, here is Chef Otto's magic. He just prepared the chocolate cream, and now actually we pre-prepared earlier because it takes overnight to chill down. So you can see the texture. You can have a look. It's a cream milk, so it's super smooth. So it's not like a.
I'm the one.
Hey, so share distance.
Okay.
So guys, you have a look. This is a cream milk, so the texture will be different with chantilly that you're going to prepare. This will be airy, this will be compact. We want to have a compact texture like this, so when you eat, you get something super smooth. Okay. So I'm going to soft it down a little bit, so we can pipe.
I give a stir at the bottom because already they will burn. Because I'm too hot on the stove is hot.
It's not easy when you work with someone who are very hot, because I sweat also.
Behave yourself, okay?
I think all the audience now will be weird, you know, because last week when I do a demo, I was like super fierce. And this week I'm so different.
Okay, same. Liquid, fat. So what we should do? Hot, don't pour all because we need to do emulsify. You are very fair. Now I'm very scared of him. You see. Now he haha. After finish the demo, Otto, just now what you
Don't blame me, okay? don't accuse me. Always.
Same method, a little bit like cream, but this one we do have a cream Anglaise. So it's not very heavy. It's not very creamy, but slightly lighter because we want to create something. You have a different texture, so you have a different mouthfeel for your pastry. Not just very boring one texture. And very important is we are using couverture chocolate. A lot of recipe, I would say all of recipe of us, we are using couverture. Couverture is the chocolate that the fat content inside is cocoa butter, pure cocoa butter, which is a healthy fat. It's not the compound chocolate. When you see compound chocolate, it's using palm oil inside. So you're gonna have a trans fat, you're gonna have a heart disease. So some people say you eat chocolate is good. Some people say you eat the chocolate is not good. So if you choose couverture, yes, it's good.
True, you speak like
Too far because I need to explain how you choose your chocolate for your body, for your health. Yeah, I care all of you. Last part of cream.
for you, chef. I can read your mind.
What?
Is Italian company I don't know why. Italian company it's okay. We know that there's a lot of noise from the outside, not from my director. Do you want to come inside, chef? So
Our chef is shy. One day we will plan something to make him come out.
sure.
Yes. Hand blender, Sam, go in. Don't go straight, slant, go in. Shake a little bit. I mean shake the hand blender, not shake yourself. Okay. Unless you want to dance. I don't mind.
So while Chef Otto is mixing, over here I have cream milk, chocolate cream milk, which I press a little bit and I put inside a piping bag. I use back the same tip as the Choux. Pipe the middle.
And when you blend, when the mix well, shining, and then it's done. You don't need to like blend forever or 30 minutes. Okay? Don't need.
Yes, chef. Now you all can see who's trying to be served who.
Wait. Chef, you need some
You see it's stable, huh?
Okay. Professional. Chef, you are very professional.
Oh, thank you very much. So I keep a space on the side is to put my cream puff after. Then this I'm going to put inside the freezer to set nicely. Later easier for me to pipe the chantilly. And the remaining light I'm going to pipe inside the cream puff.
No remaining you're gonna give me. I need to use it. You see, he cream is one, but he didn't cream for me. Now I know. Okay. With ganache, I keep in chiller.
Can I help me to keep inside the freezer? Thank you. I learned it from someone. The first recipe the chef showed me, right, he did half, so I followed.
Now I have to scrape out. Repeat again, you see.
You can use pen to mix.
I saw you use machine. I gonna use.
Since when I use a machine?
You use hand?
Yeah lah.
Okay, I use hand. Later he say unfair. Poor and pity me. Soften the cream milk by myself. No one help me. Okay, now they are soft.
So over here, the choux, I use a knife to make a hole at bottom.
This is choux?
Cream puff,
Okay.
not the choux.
Now, when Chapta mentioned, I have to explain. When Chapta mentioned choux means CHOUX. So when we pronounce means choux. So when I learning pastry, when I commis, I always when my chef say choux, I said choux, this choux. No, just kidding.
I'm sorry.
So for you to easy remember choux and choux, so you can link together.
The reason Chef Otto doing like this because Malaysia very hot. He need to make it cold.
By joke, by
Of course.
joke.
Always.
You see, not only he will do magic. My part-time magician. Okay.
Chef, can you show more magic?
Show more magic.
Yeah.
How to come out some cash from your wallet. Okay. Now. More.
So over here, while Chef Otto is unloading, so I'm going to pipe the cream milk into the choux. Make sure you press the important part, you make sure it's full. So you can feel a little bit heavier when you pipe and you are not piping.
Okay. So, when you bake up, then I will cut on the top. So you have like this, then I can pipe the filling inside. So what I do is, just a small suggestion, this one I put inside. So if you have a metal or some acrylic, which is the size you want, then you can put on, just a guideline. But if you can cut by hand, it's okay. You don't need to say, oh, Chef Otto use this one, then I need to go by. This one is just for guideline if you cannot cut straight, or if you have a very big production, then you can use.
He meant his perfection. He wanted to be super clean for everything and consistent.
Yes.
I can read your mind.
When I do pastry, yes. No, I keep the knife here. I can feel he's the one who put there. Okay, lean on. Then you just cut. See, Chef, I cut so flat.
I don't know what to answer. You should, huh? You should, huh?
You should say, Chef, you see I pipe so nice. Then I answer for you.
We are different characteristics. So
Oh, yes, we are different. I'm more handsome and charming and comme ci comme ça. Okay, cut half. Then you can have a shape like this. Now he's faster than me. I need to
It's okay,
get
take
more
your time.
faster.
I will,
I need
of course. For you, I keep for you.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7. Stingy are you? You see how much I make?
You can explain.
Okay, it's okay. So guys, you can have a look. Now I pipe the cream into the choux pastry, and now I'm going to whip up the chantilly. Same again is a magic because Chef Otto just prepared the chantilly, but actually we prepared earlier. We already prepared some mixture of the chantilly. We need to keep minimum 4 hours inside the chiller. Always remember. So now I'm going to whip it up.
Are you sure you are making magic, not lazy? Not because of lazy.
This one you make what?
Oh, okay, magic, sorry, magic. I make one, magic. Why I put myself in?
I don't know you. Sometimes I don't understand you either. So as you can see, right, for the chantilly, even though you keep overnight, they are a little bit more stickier if you compare to the cream milk.
After a layer of cream milk, I put some crumble for texture. Don't need too much because on the top layer I will have, I would say, four chunk like this size for one eclair. My eclair around 12 to 13 cm. So you can decide yourself.
So you can have a look. The chantilly after you keep overnight inside chiller, they get slightly thicker. But they are not gonna hold like what you have for the cream. Okay. So now I'm gonna whip it up for me and Chef Otto both to use.
You make sure you whip mine together.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I have doubt, so I have to keep on with mine. You whip mine?
Yes, Chef. Whip.
Perfect. You whip mine?
Chef, you explain that what you put.
Okay.
You keep on doing it. Keep on disturbing me for what?
Nah, I'm not disturbing, I remind him until I forgot my part. Okay. Cream box, a layer, and then I put streusel, and then one of it, I put 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because later I will piping on top, I will put another one. Is it okay?
Yes, Chef.
Because someone gonna.
You see, when someone disturbing others too much, right? They forgot what you want to do.
I not forgot, I give some chance for him to,
Remind you, right?
Yeah.
See, I pay attention on what you're doing.
Yes. Good. I need to be careful then. Why you pay attention on me?
So here I have some flour on earlier. Make sure you clean nicely. And with a whisk, because like what Chef Otto asking earlier, why we use a pedal for the choux. And here I'm using a whisk because I want to incorporate air inside the chantilly. So by whipping up like this, you will see the color of the chantilly gonna change from slightly darker to slightly lighter. Because it's like the meringue, when you whip it up, it becomes white color. So make sure don't over whip it. Just whip until piping consistency, we can stop.
You using nozzle?
st.honore nozzle.
Okay. You prepare it?
Yeah. Then after you're done, mix a little bit, because usually, right, the side you don't mix it by the mixer. So I go a little bit like this.
Chef, can I see what texture you whip until?
So you can see, it doesn't drop because the piping consistency. But important, make sure it's not like cracking, because you don't want it to be dry.
Just a small tip. If you all over whip, and you can add a little bit of cream inside to make them softer, but it will change the taste, of course, more and more lighter. But it's like until separate, which means separate until very difficult to dry back. You can melt back that to 35 Celsius and then blend again and keep in chiller again.
See, I put you in priority. Okay?
Yes.
You don't even bother to answer me.
I use first. You make sure you wash after you.
We chef. So we rotate. So let Chef Otto finish the eclair first. Then I will show you on st.honore. Is enough?
Not enough, I will check again. I think it's enough.
Okay. I think we should do more demo with 2 people. It's much more fun. but on the same time, not that boring.
Are you sure?
Create something.
Are you sure?
But not with you,
Are you sure?
But not with you. With you, I think once in a month is enough because it's a bit irritating.
I care of you. Okay, nozzle. I this time I don't use nozzle. I don't like someone rich buy nozzle. I don't have it. So I just use a cup one. Okay. So we try to give you see some sample. If you cannot do some piping at home without without piping tube, then you can cut by yourself. Like this. Just how I should show. Something like this angle. Then this one at the bottom base, the slightly slant one on the top.
So basically, Chef Otto are cutting slant. So when you pipe, right, they are sharp on the surface. Later, you can see when you pipe, the cream comes out will be sharp.
To ensure they are not moving.
Fancy, huh?
No fancy. I
Always.
just, I don't have assistant to help me. We need to keep some distance, so no choice. The size you can adjust by yourself, bigger or smaller. I feel I should go slightly more bigger.
Wow, piping skill.
Oh, I learned from Chef Tan actually. Did I help?
Wow, I need to put gold leaf on my face.
Really? Second. And if for for people who just wanted to practice piping, you can use shortening or margarine and keep on scrap again and then repipe and repipe and repipe again. So you can practice by it.
Because the skill that Chef Otto is not coming by one day. Okay, so usually for piping we take some time to get this. We are just showing you a design, but up to you what kind of design you want to make after. It's not a must to do exactly like this. Okay, but the important is the ratio that he put inside this pastry, the amount of the cream, the amount of the cream milk, the amount of the crumble and whatever. So when you eat right, you get a good proportion for everything.
Full amount of passion and love. For me.
It's too oily, you know.
For me.
Chef, just can pass me the. So the other side, I have strawberry bottom and cream milk. And the cream milk now freeze a little bit. I will stick the cream puff on the side.
Then you can say hello.
It's me.
It means hello from the other side. Because he keep on saying the other side, the other side. Wow, your one so big.
Yeah, I'm not like you so stingy.
I mean the crab. Excuse me. You are blocking me.
Thank you. So now also I'm using a different nozzle. So you can see the nozzle over here is sharp. Okay, we call it as a st.honore nozzle. Okay, so when you pipe, it's also sharp. Will be slightly different to what Chef Otto is doing. And this, when you have a nozzle, then it's much easier for me. He's very skillful, so he don't need nozzle. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to pipe. So we pipe from outside, we pull inside. So we pipe in between the shoe.
I like your nozzle. Maybe no, I try to hint you. After the live, maybe
I borrow from Chef Frederick.
maybe you can give me the nozzle. You are using?
No, I'm using the sofa. Okay.
My side?
Oh, sorry. Okay. So So you see I pipe one line like this. So the second one, right, I will pipe in between. So you don't want to see too much of the cream look. Okay, we can carry on.
Okay. So just a very simple chocolate decoration. And then same, we are using commercial. Then I just randomly crack them just for decoration.
Just the last piece, I will leave the cream puff. Sorry. So last, the middle part, I will put another cream puff. So I will finish with some snow powder and cocoa powder. Wow, so nice.
And it will fly. I put I should turn like this. Okay. Chocolate butterfly for decoration. And then remember I said the crumble for texture. I'll put again on the top. You need?
Yes. Then guys, here I'm going to put some snow powder on the edges. Just relax. Okay, you don't need to put too much. And after, with a sponsor of Chef Otto.
Chef, I have a question.
Yes.
What is the difference between icing sugar and the snow powder?
Okay. This is last time the question that you will ask. Okay. So
I have a lot of friends don't know icing and snow powder. What is the difference?
Very good question. That usually icing sugar is we make from normal sugar, okay, which is sucrose. Then we blend it until it's very fine. Usually it's 10 times finer than the normal sugar. And snow powder is a little bit different because it's using dextrose. Dextrose is one part of the molecule inside the sugar, which is not going to absorb humidity so easily. Both icing sugar and dextrose, they will have a little bit of cornstarch inside. And dextrose, when you mix with cornstarch, we call it snow powder, or we call it as confectionery icing. Is to make sure when you snow powder on everywhere, when you put inside chiller, it's not going to melt easily. If you're using icing sugar today, you put inside chiller, they're going to melt right away. Okay?
Thank you.
Oh,
my friend is asking me, I say you should watch the live, then I'm going to make sure my friend explain to you.
I should think to ask you some different questions.
No, we are done. Almost there. The time is limited.
Yeah, time is there. Well, it's a long demo today.
Yeah, I could miss
around 1 hour. So last I'm deco with some Crumble, and it's a very classic pastry over here, st.honore and Eclair.
Unique gold.
Ah yes.
You like golds, I know.
You know what? I'm sure you will use also.
I don't use.
So-
I have butterfly.
This is one part which is very important for me. If you see the color is a bit plain, with a gold it helps to bring out the color.
So I should put that.
Maybe?
Since I have a free.
You have a butterfly.
Okay, then I don't.
You see, you don't
I
see
have the
butterfly
color
to me.
then. No, butterfly is mine. You don't try to. I use my passion and love to make it, and my time.
So a little bit of olive.
Now your price of this getting higher.
Yeah.
Mine is
Well, your one is expensive. Very expensive. So usually I like to put 3 to 5 odd numbers instead of 2 or 4. Okay. So it gives you better design when you see by eyes. Okay. So you can have a look on our presentation.
好了
Otto, do you want to explain, make a recap of what we are doing today?
Okay, for my
No, not from you, from us.
okay from us. Choux inside is a cream box and a streusel. I cover back. Chantilly, chocolate decoration, streusel. Sometimes if you don't want too sweet, you can play a little bit of hints of a sea salt flake. A little bit on top if for you prefer. For myself, I already have because the streusel is already have the sea salt inside, but depend on you. From Chef Dan,
Okay, so over here I have st.honore, strawberry breton. Okay, inside remember I pipe chocolate cream milk and Choux over here or cream puff. I fill out chocolate cream milk also, which is a bit dense. Then after that I have a light cream, chocolate chantilly, and I finish with the chocolate crumble. And I'm gonna cut. Let's cut for them to.
Okay.
I have a knife over here. I prepare for you. Chef Otto.
really? Okay, so I just stand here.
You want a saw knife or you want
So like,
saw knife? Take yourself.
thank you. For you picture?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
I take one for cut.
okay. So maybe this one we take a picture first, then I will cut.
La. Cut.
Yeah, of course. I'm really take picture.
I'm not gonna share with you.
You're very stingy, are you? Thank you.
Careful the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the product from Chef Otto, chocolate eclair. It's been some time. I haven't tasted pastry. Thank you very much.
I would say best texture, we keep it in chiller for a while. Let the chantilly slightly firm, and then you will have a better texture.
So, am I good to cut?
I'm not gonna say. This
So-
part of mine.
You are hungry, huh?
Well,
So the other side for st.honore is the same thing. If possible, try to chill it first so the chantilly is firm to cut. But now it's a live demo, so I'm gonna show you.
can I taste yours?
Of course.
You gonna share with me?
Yeah, of course. It's big. So you can have a look on the design. And here, Chef Otto, I'm going to share with you. So it's important for the st.honore, when you took a bite, it's good to eat the choux and the cream, everything together, so you have a good balance of the taste and texture. So this one, I'm going to cut off.
See you.
Okay. One for you, one for me.
I'm safe.
Cheers. Social distance.
Yeah. Same recipe, but my one tastes better, I think.
I don't dare to speak like that, but to myself.
And we will be have more and more video, and I hope and more keep coming. And APCA have a YouTube channel, and you can go and subscribe APCA Malaysia.
Please subscribe. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe they'll put, maybe they don't put. I'm not so sure.
Okay.
Okay. So can visit our Facebook page also, our YouTube channel APCA Malaysia to see the more recipe and also what we done earlier. So if you have any question, you can. If you have any question, you can put the question over there. We're gonna reply, and also subscribe us and click the bell.
Click the bell, okay.
Click the bell.
I already clicked the bell. Okay.
Okay.
I can find you if you don't click the bell.
Before we finish, any question from there? If no, then we're gonna stop by today.
You have a
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.